Hello, my name is Ana Garcia and I'm the Secretary General of the Big Data Value Association, BDVA. BDVA is an industry-driven research and innovation community with over 230 members all over Europe. It focuses on enabling the digital transformation of our economy and society through data and artificial intelligence, and advancing in areas that include big data and AI technologies, infrastructures and services, data platforms and data spaces, industrial AI, and data-driven business models, standardization and skills. We will contribute to this team by bringing our amazing community of companies, experts, and projects, connecting data spaces to the frameworks and tools to get value out of data, and overall, the link to the industrial AI. In relation to data spaces, our members and projects are already providing valuable insights across a diverse set of domains, addressing many of the issues that are holding the European Union back from realizing its data potential, such as availability of data, data interoperability and quality, data governance, data literacy, etc. Additionally, the Federation of our AI Spaces, now under the umbrella of the eHubs for Data project, has as an overarching objective the mobilization, use and sharing of data between sectors and borders, providing different governance models to align needs coming from different stakeholders and moving towards a common European data space. Thanks to our active community of members, we will also contribute with the development of the roadmap for data and data-driven AI in Europe, also guiding standards as we have been doing for several years. Our BDVA mission for the European data space is to connect a multitude of distinct spaces that cut across sectoral, organizational, and geographical boundaries. I would like to emphasize the unique opportunity that Europe has to govern and consolidate this space at international level. We truly believe that for this vision to be implemented and to make European data spaces happen, we need to join forces with other leading European players. And this is our main driver to be part of the team data spaces.
Hello, my name is Esther Huja. I'm a manager at Capgemini Invent, the largest European consultancy firm and global leader in digital transformation. We're at the forefront of innovation and work with our clients to address the opportunities arising from an evolving world of cloud, digital, and platforms. Data sharing and the approach of data spaces are relevant to us because of our experience, capabilities, and intrinsic enthusiasm creating and realizing holistic data strategies and measuring their success for European citizens. We had the privilege to support the European Union over many years as they implement the data strategy for Europe. By running, for example, data.europa.eu since 2015, the Union's data portal, we support high-quality data and metadata publication, and we facilitate and research the impact creation of its reuse. 3 years ago, we were asked by the Commission to lead the Support Center for Data Sharing. Here we research and discuss how to share data in ways that are ethical, compliant, secure and technically sound, and good for business with stakeholders from all sectors, private and public. Beyond supporting the Union, Capgemini Invent is a founding member of Gaia-X and is already delivering data spaces today, such as the French Health Data Hub or the Skyrise project for Airbus. It's just natural for us to continue the work we started, being privileged to develop so much knowledge and experience in the field already, and so much more needs to be done. We're driven by a vision of ecosystems of informed and empowered individuals and organizations that benefit from ethical and sustainable data sharing and the insights and innovations therefrom. We are committed to supporting governments and organizations to realize the full socio-economic potential of data spaces for Europe. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Tuomo Tuikka, and I am a lead of data space solutions at VTT Technical Research Center of Finland. VTT is a visionary research, development, and innovation partner for companies and the society. We bring together people, business, science, and technology to solve the biggest challenges of our time. VTT is set for cooperation towards European data spaces with other organizations in Europe. We work with colleagues in Finland and in Europe to ignite the data economy in a fair and reliable way. VTT can bring in research and technological advances to data spaces, such as data analytics, software architectures, and AI, and also expertise in connectivity. We have several test beds to explore technologies. Furthermore, we have a multidisciplinary pool of knowledge all the way from manufacturing, transportation, circular economy, Earth observation, to energy, forestry, synthetic biology, material research, and health. European data economy and data spaces are essential for us not only to make business grow, but to understand our economies and improve our industries and societies in a sustainable manner. It is clear that this is not a job for one organization only, but calls for cooperation and co-creation in a totally new way, taking into consideration the very important values of Europe. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Douwe Lieklema. I'm co-founder of InnoPay. We are an international consulting firm operating from Frankfurt and Amsterdam, specialized in digital transactions. We excel in the creation of soft infrastructures. These are user-controlled, trusted, decentralized data sharing ecosystems for both public and private sectors. We draw on almost 2 decades of experience, proven methodologies, and multidisciplinary insights to implement data sovereignty in practice. Together with policymakers, institutions, governments, industry associations, and businesses, we have co-created more than a dozen soft infrastructures for specific ecosystems based upon the design principles of data sovereignty. Some high-profile examples of what we would now call data spaces include Eherkenning, Ideal, and iShare, as well as digital identity initiatives in Australia and Switzerland. Also, we are honored to facilitate the Data Sharing Coalition, where existing and new data sharing initiatives, including small and medium enterprises, explore their commonalities as the basis for realizing data spaces. Large-scale digital trust between humans can only be achieved in a world where data is decentralized, where people and businesses are in control, and where public and private interests are well balanced through sound governance, all in line with the vision set out in the EU data strategy. Europe has done it before with GSM, SEPA, and the IDES. Now it is time to do it again for the digital economy at large. We need soft infrastructures with data sovereignty as the key design principles to accelerate data sharing for the benefit of all.
Hello, my name is Antti Joki-Poikola. I'm board chair of MyData Global, an international non-profit. MyData is a global community of practice. We bring together people and organizations that advance the human-centric approach to personal data. They are members globally in more than 40 countries and active local hubs in 33 cities and regions. However, our roots are in Europe. MyData was founded in 2018 in Finland. Last year, MyData was recognized in the European Data Strategy as one of the movements that promise significant benefits to people through their data. Lately, we have been working a lot with data intermediaries that we call MyData operators. These organizations facilitate data sharing and build soft infrastructure for the data economy according to the human-centric principles. The upcoming EU regulation called Data Governance Act will govern such data intermediaries. MyData Global has contributed to the development of the Data Governance Act since the beginning. This act will also be foundational regulation for the data spaces. We believe that people must get value from their data and set agenda on how it is used. At the same time, for organizations, the ethical use of data should always be the most attractive option. This is also the message we are bringing to the development of the common European data spaces.
Hi, my name is Boris. I work for Fraunhofer ISST to be precise. Fraunhofer ISST is one of the institutes of Fraunhofer in general. And we are engaged in the development of IDS, but also Gaia from the very beginning. We are also coordinating all the Fraunhofer activities towards making IDS and Gaia X a success. And what we do is basically driven by questions that stem out of research. So what is a data space? And if I know that, how do I get one? And we are, of course, very much involved in developing architectures for data spaces, in particular the reference architecture model of the IDSA. And also we're engaged in the architecture development for Gaia-X. And on top of that, we are making sure that these architectures are also implemented in open source. So, and that is also exactly what our contribution will be. So we make sure that the overall architectures meet the requirements of various business stakeholders. And on the other hand, they are complying to the latest state of the art. So that means that we make sure that latest standards are used. And as I mentioned earlier on, we make sure that these standards are also implemented as open source software. Why is that important for us? Well, we are a true believer that a data economy should rest on the principles of fairness when it comes to data sharing. So participants in data space should be trustworthy, and also the interests of the data provider should be considered in the sense that they are able to articulate conditions under which their data can be used by third parties when shared in data spaces. And on the other hand, the data consumers should also at all times, be assured that data stems from trustworthy sources. And that is a topic that affects the entire digital single European market. And that is also why we are at Fraunhofer, and our team at Fraunhofer ISST is particularly happy and also feels honored to be part of this important journey.
Hello everyone, I am Nathalie Bertels and I represent here a motivated team of 80 researchers in law and ethics at the IMEC-K Leuven Center for IT and IP Law. The center is internationally renowned for its expertise on data regulation and data governance, privacy and security, ethics and intellectual property, platform regulation and competition, and broadly, the legal and ethical aspects of technology innovation. We have a solid track record as law and ethics partner of large national and European interdisciplinary research projects and industry and policy support programs. This gives us the opportunity to work on substantive rights and organizational aspects of data sharing and data reuse, on industry agreements and standards, and the interplay of legal concepts and their technical implementations. We developed vast knowledge on sector-specific regulation in a wide array of domains. The context and purpose for which data is processed deserve due consideration, and the tension between horizontal and sector-specific regulation remains an important challenge for data spaces. The objective of developing legal, ethical, organizational, and technical frameworks that can facilitate fair, compliant, and trustworthy access to, control over, and reuse of data can only be reached by interdisciplinary efforts and the involvement of a broad range of experts and stakeholders' perspectives. We are ready to engage in the debate and to create together the legal, ethical, and governance building blocks that stimulate the realization of data spaces and of trustworthy data-driven technology applications and ecosystems in full respect of EU values.
Hello, my name is Hemmo Pals. I'm working as Senior Business Consultant within TNO, responsible for data sharing and AI. TNO is a Dutch not-for-profit research and technology organization stimulating innovation by bridging the gap between academia and industry. Data spaces are at the heart of our strategy, both in co-developing the required architectures and making them operational. For instance, in the manufacturing sector, where we successfully brought together hundreds of manufacturing companies, technology providers and sector organizations to build a smart connected supplier networks. It is our ambition to make data spaces operational in many sectors and to ensure cross-sectoral interoperability. That's why we are facilitating the Dutch IDSA Hub, and we will provide open source solutions for developers. By joining this team, we aim to ensure European data spaces interoperability. By achieving this, we pave the way for the emerging data economy, enabling new business models whilst respecting our European values on data sovereignty. I'm looking forward to collaborate with you.
Hello, I'm Jana Sinipuro, Project Director for Sitra's IHAM project, an initiative called Fair Data Economy. That's our response to European data strategy. The Finnish Innovation Fund Sitra was founded in 1967 as a gift for the Finnish society, so we are an independent future house under the direct control of the Finnish Parliament. We call ourselves a think, do and connect tank. We believe that the sustainable and transparent use of data is the key for more prosperous Europe. So in the past, we've been building the foundation for a new policy area called human-centric data economy, inspired by my data principles with the Finnish government. So we created good connections to European decision makers, and also we are part of the Data Sovereignty Now coalition, supporting data sovereignty and common design principles and basis for the soft infrastructure for data space development. Lately, we've been working a lot together with the VTT companies and Finnish government to define a national strategy for Gaia-X, and we are even coordinating the Finnish hub for Gaia-X. Bringing policymakers and industry together can truly challenge the current state or company-driven models of data economy. We are also aligned with IDSA and VTT to integrate our IHAM work, such as IHAM Blueprint, Testbed, and Rulebook, and build the architectural backbone for data spaces. I really welcome this effort of joining the forces from academia and research institutes, leading experts, innovative companies, and NGOs by leveraging the groundbreaking work already done by passionate data economy natives who share same European values. We can build data spaces and make sure that we'll create a society that benefits all, small and big companies, society, and individuals.
Hello, I'm Edward Curry, Principal Investigator at the Insight SFI Research Centre for Data Analytics. At Insight, we undertake high-impact research in data analytics that has significant benefits for the individual, for industry, and for society by enabling better decision-making. Insight has deep expertise in the areas of data spaces, data governance, decentralized data management, Internet of Things, semantics, and knowledge graphs. We have a long history of working together in large-scale collaborations at national and European levels that bring together industry and research organizations. We are founding members of the Big Data Value Association and members of the International Data Space Association. Both of these organizations are at the core of the data space agenda in Europe. I believe that data spaces are a golden opportunity for Europe to accelerate the digital transformation of our society. Europe can be the global reference point, the lighthouse in the provision of public digital infrastructures. To realize this opportunity, we need to work together. That is why we are joining Team Data Spaces.
Hello, my name is Ulrich Ahle. I'm CEO of the 5R Foundation. The 5R Foundation is managing a global open source community which is providing open source software building blocks as well as standards for our smart digital future. We have more than 400 members from all over the world, and in the meantime, 5R is adopted in different verticals. For example, in smart cities, it is the globally leading open source technology adopted in more than 30 countries. The 5R Foundation is also a day one member of the Gaia-X AISPL, which was created some months ago. 5R was born in a public-private partnership of the European Commission with a lot of partners from the industry, from research, from education. We will contribute our existing network into the team, but also architectures and open source building blocks for the creation of data spaces, like we are doing this already in the Connecting Europe Facility program. In addition, we do have already a long-lasting partnership to some of the team members like BDVA or the International Data Spaces Association. Within IDSA, I am personally engaged as a founding board member. We are convinced that data spaces will be a major enabler for the advanced digitization of the European industry and society. Fiverr proved already to be able to create technologies and standards based on European values, which are adopted globally in the meantime. It is our and my personal motivation to do the same for the creation of data spaces.